Good morning. It's Brad Buckner, SharpenersBest.com down here in Denver, and you know what? Woo, it's a beautiful day. And so I had a call from Andrew from Pennsylvania, and he's having some difficulties using the new black long handle sharpener. So I told him that I would make him a video because some of the stuff he explained that seemed to be a problem, I didn't think was a problem. So let's, first of all, I guess let's find a new black handle American sharpener. Okay. And then we got to get a little paper. We got to get our Denver. Oh, this is a new one.
Look at that.
You gave me the old one. Wow, look at how crisp and pretty and shiny and nice and new. And there's no pages torn out of it yet.
I'd say it's unread, but it's unsliced.
Yeah, there you go. And so let's...
First tear.
Yep, that's the first
sounded
tear.
Great.
All right, and I can barely hang on here. All right, so let's do that. Okay, let's do a quick rundown. All right, the open face straight line carbide corners down here, and then of course the V-notch is up there, and so using the corners, there's two of them looking at you now. There's one over here and one over there, just exactly like, well, this doesn't have much for square corners, but if you look right down in the bottom here and over here, there's square corners sticking out right there and a square corner sticking out over there. And that's just exactly like my carbide. So what we're gonna do here is show you what it would look like. Okay, if I'm touching the knife in the proper position, it would look just like that. I match the bevel, so I'm going to rotate it right on down, and it's going to be down here about like that, and that's probably around 12 to 15 degrees. So then it would be just like this. You come along this way and right on out like that, and just like this, and like that, and come back this way and out that way. Turn it a little bit just like this, and you're touching the corner of the carbide like that. There's a flat right there and a corner right there, and you can turn it this way or you can turn it that way. And if I'm headed towards the point, I would roll it over and I would go like this on that corner. So out just like that. If I'm going to come back at my left hand, I would roll it over onto this corner, turn it a little bit, and then come back around just like this. Don't move too fast, you know. I should say I won't move too fast so we can keep it in the camera. Also, I stay right up here where it balances, and then my thumb and my finger is a little bit forward. Okay, my middle finger is just past half towards the tail. My index finger and thumb is just past half towards the head. And if I tip it down like this, it'll sit there actually in balance. So that's where I hold on to it. And I never hold it like this unless I'm gonna dig some metal off of something. And because if you've really got a hold of it like this or like that or like this or something, it's so easy to keep your pressure light. And it's also, it's easier if you have a light grip on it. I can turn it towards the point, roll it over, come back this way, turn, come back over onto this corner and head back this way. Okay, and then drop it right down into, by the way, this is resembling the Tom Brown tracker made by Tops Knives. So yes, you are going to recognize that and go, oh, somebody copied the Tom Brown tracker. Yep, happens all the time. I just happen to like the knife. So just like this, and then out there like that, right on around like this. And as I use the black long handle new American sharpener, I could say maybe, if there's anything, that little point of plastic right there might interfere, but for people who don't know. But for me, I think it would be just fine. Just like that, like this, like that. Come in this way and that way. All right, back at me here, there. These corners are so incredibly sharp, they bite so bad. I like the sharpeners actually after they get to be about 4 years old, because then they don't bite quite as bad. But that's how we use it, just like that. And Andrew He was saying if the carbide was out just a little bit further, it would be better for him. And I can maybe see that, but everything works just fine as far as I'm concerned, just like it is. All right, so if I was going to run it through the V, it would look like this. Come back to the edge of the table, let it turn just a little bit. I got to get out of the shade. All right, and you just run it through just like that. Don't press too awful hard on it because it really will bite that blade. See, we're not seeing but just little tiny glitter. I mean little tiny glitter on the table. If the knife has no cutting edge, I'll put more pressure on it, run it right down through there like that. But if all I'm doing is little tune-ups, I don't put hardly any pressure on it at all. So let's see what we got here now. Okay, and I realized that I didn't do a paper test, a cut test, before I started running it through there. I kind of forgot. But if it'll take my thumbnail off with no more pressure than that, or this, or out here, that's probably plenty sharp. So that's how we use the black one. There's no difference in the black one and the red one as far as how I use it. We just want to make sure that we're using the hard, sharp corners that's sticking out there and there. Don't mess with it. If you feel an absolute desire to, I guess, file some of the black plastic off there, I guess. I don't know. It works fine for me. But Andrew, I told you I'd make you a video today, and there it is. That's for you.